I began to understand the deep well of God's love for me, that it was an ocean that I was just sinking in. Sure, some people might have been like, well, if God loved you, he would have given you HIV. And so what I would say to that, God didn't give me HIV. My own decisions led to HIV, and I reaped the consequences of my own decisions. And so it was through my decisions, there's a scripture that says, all things work together for the good of those that love God and are called according to his purpose. Meaning, all things, not just some things. That means even the bad things will work together for your good.
Yesterday was the bomb. Thanks so much for everyone coming out. This is our first annual World AIDS Day weekend. We're doing it big here in Minneapolis and Minnesota. So we kicked it off with the Sarah Simmons Showcase last night. Thank everyone for coming out. Jamar Rogers, Lamont Wheat, the audience was just stellar. And now we're having fun here today at Heart of the Beast Puppet Theater. We're having the Safer Sex Ball. So, and tomorrow we're still doing it at Shiloh Temple Church at Macedonia, at Kwanzaa. So if everyone could please come out and support the World AIDS Day weekend with Ma and the Black HIV Coalition, we would appreciate it. Thank you. We are greater than AIDS. Getting to zero.
What is getting
to zero? Getting to zero, we want zero infections. That is our goal this year. Getting to zero, we want no more infections.
Coming to you live from the Heart of the Beast Theater. Now, girls, we have been advertising World AIDS Day all month. For the past couple months, you all know, we wanted to press for you guys to get out and get tested and all these other things. Long story short, if you did not go get tested and you do not have your wristband, guess what? You need to have your coin at the door. There's not going to be any problems. We're not going to have any issues. Have your coin at the door and come in and get your life. We're going to have a good night.
We are greater than AIDS. Getting to zero. Welcome to World AIDS Day weekend in Minneapolis, Minnesota, 2012.
As you know, this is an epidemic that has really affected the African American community. It is devastating what is happening in our community, but there is a lot that is being done, amen, to turn the tide of this epidemic, amen, and to bring healing to our community. This morning we have Sister Sandy Johnson, who is here with a group, and I'm going to ask her to come to talk more about what has been happening on this weekend, and she is going to introduce those guests that are here with us. Can you give her a nice hand as she comes?
I work for the Minnesota Department of Health, and I'm fortunate enough to be a part of a fellowship that welcomes everyone. And so I just cannot say enough about Bishop Howell, Pastor Betty. They have always been very supportive of health, very supportive of information, and very supportive of making sure that this congregation is informed regarding their health status. I am a disease investigator, and in the state of Minnesota, we have over 7,000 people who were diagnosed as of last year with HIV and AIDS. And of that 7,000, unfortunately, a majority of the people look like me, and they look like the people in our family. So it is important that we get educated, that we get tested, and we are fortunate to have Miss Doris Johnson. She is offering testing in the counseling room, so until we end service today, we will be having someone, Miss Doris Johnson from the University of Minnesota Family Physician. She will be offering testing. This weekend caps off our first annual World AIDS Day weekend, and the Minnesota Department of Health, along with an initiative featuring African and African American women, we have collaborated with the Black HIV Coalition. And on Friday, we had an awesome showcase at the Capri Theater. Very awesome. It was awesome. And it was just a beautiful event that highlighted the talent that we have here in Minnesota. We had definitely a lot of representatives from the community as well as the pharmaceutical community, and we were just fortunate enough to have people come out and show support for HIV and AIDS awareness in this community. We also had yesterday a house ball at the Heart of the Beast Theater, and that was talking about HIV and stigma in the Black community, because we definitely have some issues regarding stigma and people still not being accepted regarding their status. And today is Sunday, and we are having testing here at Shiloh, as well as testing at Kwanzaa Community Church, as well as Macedonia. So I would like to introduce Mr. Bill Larson, and here is Doris Johnson in the back waving her hand. She will be offering testing people together regarding this issue. So Mr. Larson, please.
Thank you, Sandy. It's so wonderful to be here this morning. Thank you for inviting us. And it's been exciting to be part of the Black HIV Coalition. We've been blessed that Bishop Howell has been an active member of our group. Thank you so much. My job at Abbott Northwestern is I help people with HIV to be successful with their medications. I'm a pharmacist. And the great news is that the medications now work so well that people with HIV can live long, healthy lives. And I want you to know that. So I'd like to next introduce to you Arnetta Phillips.
Representative of Shiloh Temple, being your community director, and just wanted to let you know that we're trying to inform each and every one of you, as well as your family members and the community, as to what is affecting us as a whole. If one is affected, everybody is affected. That's right. Amen. And so I did have a young lady that came to me this morning, and if I would have known, I would have had her on the program, but she told me that she is a 29-year survivor. 29-year survivor. So if she can survive, we all can survive. Amen. Because God says He has not given us a spirit of fear, but He's given us a sound mind. And with this spiritual transformation, I believe that this sound mind is changing our community and your home. So I'm just saying, I was the first one on the list. Little prick on the finger. She gave me a cute little Band-Aid. So please go get tested. Even if you know that you're negative, just go get tested, because you never know. Amen. So I have the opportunity to introduce to you a young man that is here that I am proud of, and I have only just known him since Friday, but just his testimony and just his love and his spirit has been so well. And Bishop Howell and Pastor Betty, please forgive me. Let me thank you so much for just entrusting me to be able to get that information out to the congregation and the community on your behalf. So I love you both. Thank you. So right now I'm going to bring you Mr. Ridge Ross, and he's all the way from Los Angeles, California, and he is from the Black AIDS Institute Training and Capacity Building Development, all the way from Los Angeles, California.
You know, I'm here from Los Angeles in the Black AIDS Institute, and my job is to promote, motivate, and inspire our community, to challenge you to get your education, to be informed. And I had a speech to represent it, but I decided I was going to speak from the heart. Right now, you're looking at a person in transition. I was exposed to HIV 12 days ago. And currently I'm taking medication to stop the conversion process. And I find out December 17th, if indeed I will continue on as an HIV positive male or an HIV negative male. Now, I don't tell you this story to make you feel sad. I tell you this story to reinforce the notion of the power of education. Too often our community members suffer in silence in this very pews that you are sitting in right now, afraid to tell their story. Belongs to the other him, that I belong to the God above, then nothing, no weapon formed against me, biological, medical, spiritual, emotional, will prosper. As Arnett said, God has given me a power of love, power, and a sound mind. And it's that love that I'm trying to get you guys to realize. You never know what it takes for someone to get out of bed in the morning, only God knows. And sometimes the very people sitting in your pews, HIV negative, HIV positive, or possibly even in transition, all we're doing is desperately waiting for some point of contact. When you think about the Bible and the woman who was inflicted with blood and how she reached through the crowd just to get a touch of his garment because she knew that powerful love touch was healing. Touch and agree with your brothers and sisters. Together we are greater than this disease. Get educated. Get tested. And I already claimed my victory, so claim yours.